Nagbabalik ang PTV Sports ilang araw matapos ang kanyang makasaysayang panalo sa Jiu-Jitsu International Federation World Championships sa Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates. Makakasama natin ngayon live dito sa ating studio ang national team standout at ngayon four-time JJIF World Champion na walang iba kundi ang nag-iisa Kimberly Ann Custodio ng Philippine Jiu-Jitsu National Team.
Hi, good morning, Kimberly. Welcome to the show again. At alam ko naman napaka-busy ng schedule mo at napakasungit ng panahon, but you still graced our show, kaya maraming salamat.
Thank you din po sa pag-invite sa akin.
And of course, I want to congratulate yung golden performance sa katatapos lang na JJIF World Championships. And paano mo ba pinaghandaan itong tournament na ito?
Ayun po, sobrang structured and consistent na din kasi yung routine ko going to World Championship. In fact, nung 2018 pa lang nung naging national athlete ako, yung routine ko kasi nandyan na din talaga siya eh. So I've been training 3 times a day as early as 5:30 in the morning. So hindi na talaga bago sa akin yung ganitong load.
Wow.
So parang ngayong 2016 parang alam mo yun nung nanalo ako parang ano na lang din siya parang parang ano na din ng hard work ko since at saka ng routine ko since 2018 parang ano na lang din siya parang reward na lang siya sa hard work.
8 years of consistent 3 times a day ka nagte-train.
Yes.
What does that look like? So 5:30 is your first training session?
5:30 is my first training and then 11 o'clock in the morning, I have another competition training with the black belts. And then 4 o'clock in the afternoon, the drills kami with my girls, yung mga competition team namin.
Right.
Yeah, so in between, magbubuhat ako for strength. So it's 3 to 4 times a day training every day. Ayun, yung rest ko na is the Saturday and Sunday na national team training. So once or minsan twice yung training. So yun na yung rest
Yun
for
yung
me.
pahinga, yung once or twice a day.
So basically, it's every day
Yeah.
except one rest day, tapos 3 times.
Yeah, yung rest day ko may training pa rin yun. So, yeah.
Wow, wow.
No wonder.
You know, that's yung nakikita natin na parang consistent sa inyo with Annie as well.
Yes.
Pag nakakausap namin siya, kinukulit namin siya sa umaga for an interview. She's like, no problem, gising na rin naman ako.
Yeah.
Actually, magte-training din naman talaga ako.
Yeah.
When she comes back from competition, back into the gym right away, parang
Yes.
no time to decompress or anything.
Yeah.
8 years you've been doing this, tuloy-tuloy.
Kaya, ayun, hindi na bago sa akin yung ganitong klaseng load. Parang, okay lang. Okay, another day, another training.
So, mas relax pag competition kasi you're just competing how many times in a day?
Yes, totoo yun. Tapos mas bugbog ako sa training actually kasi sa competition. So, ayun, tulad ng kwento ko sa inyo kanina, parang, alam mo yun, hinahanap ko ka din kasi talaga yung mga mahirap na training partners. So, sa training, dun ako hirap na hirap, madugo talaga yung training ko. So, pag sa competition, nakikita niyo yung itsura ko parang, okay na, ready na ako. Sanay na ako.
Surprise nga kami kasi usually for other athletes, mas malakas yung pressure during the competition. Kay Kimberly, it's different. Mas chill na siya during the competition.
Yeah. Kasi napagdaanan ko na yung lahat ng mahirap sa training. Alam ko sa sarili ko na kapag, alam mo yun, during training or sa gabi, iniisip ko, parang hirap ako sa ganitong position. Pagka next day, I'm gonna train sa ganitong position na kung saan ako hirap. So, fini-face ko na yung fear ko during the training. So, parang sa competition, ano pa yung mahirap? Parang, alam mo yun, so parang sobrang
I love that.
prepared.
Kasi, sometimes you have athletes na tinataguan nila kung saan sila mahina.
Yeah, may
diba?
ganon.
They wanna
Parang-
avoid it.
Yes.
Sa'yo, kabaliktaran yung ginagawa mo.
Yeah. Kasi ayokong ma-face yun during the competition eh. Ayokong mahirapan sa competition kaya sa training pa lang talaga hinahanap ko na kung saan ako nahihirapan, saan ako mali, saan ako mahina. So yun talaga yung ite-train ko.
Right.
So talagang targeted yung kanyang training. Kung ano yung weakness niya, yun talaga yung mas pinapalakas ni Kimberly.
So, para mawawala yung mga weaknesses sa laro mo, right? Let's talk a little bit about the competition itself. You went 4-0. No blemishes. It was a perfect run. What was the key to your success in this competition? Anything different that you did? Kasi nga, 4th time mo na to nag-champion 3 times in a row. Alam ko may target ka sa likod mo, for sure, in your weight division. So what did you have to adapt in order to ensure another victory on this world stage?
Ayun nga, yung unang-una, consistency din sa training. And then right now, dahil pang-fourth na, so alam ko, may target na talaga sa likod ko. Every time, nakikita ko yung coach ng kalaban ko, nalalike yung mga stories. Alam mo yun? So alam mo sinustalk ka. But then, yun nga, alam ko talaga sa sarili ko na walang taong makaka-outwork sa akin. So kapag nakikita ko yung mga kalaban ko nagte-train kahit sa ibang bansa, sila sa Brazil, sa Kyrgyzstan, nagte-train ng wrestling, okay lang. Pagka next day sabihin ko, mas mag-work ako harder kesa sa kung paano sila nag-work. At tas, alam mo yun, ako yung taong ayoko ngang may ibang taong maka-outwork sa akin. Pag nag-work ka harder, I'll train as much harder. Yung ganon. So, ayun. Tapos iba lang ngayon. Kasi syempre, inaaral ka, alam na yung mga game mo. Hindi ka tulad nung dati na hindi pa nila ako masyadong kilala. So, parang may mga surprise. Ngayon, walang surprise. But, ayun, excited ako kung paano din nila ako i-counter this time, ganon. So, actually, kapag natatalo nga ako, parang yun yung ano ko for growth eh. Kasi natalo ka, nakita mo may weakness ka. So, meron akong something to work after the tournament, ganon. So, kapag natatalo ako, sure, next na couple tournaments, wala nang makakatalo sa akin. Kasi yung maliit na mistake na yun yung wino-work ko. So, ayun nga po.
Yeah, pinalish na ni
Hard
Kimberly
work.
during the training. And I think yan yung yung kagandahan kay Kimberly. Nakikita ko sa kanya yung pagiging highly competitive niya.
Yes.
That, you know what, even if siya, gold medalist, and lahat ng tao, lahat ng atleta pinag-aaralan siya, it doesn't bother her kasi alam niya na, one, competitive siya, second, she trained even harder.
Yes.
Now, during the entire competition, nakaharap mo yung isang kapwa national team athlete mo na si Zoe Malilay.
Yeah.
But what was your mental approach during that game? I'm sure meron ng friendship na nabuo dito. But how did you approach that
Ito kasi
match?
yun. Yeah. Si Ika, hindi ko lang siya teammate, she's my student. So, being with me in the World Championship, ibang fulfillment na yung meron ako noon. Sobrang saya ko na for her. In fact, kung hindi siya natalo sa first match niya, or kung kami yung maglalaban sa finals, willing akong ibigay sa kanya yung gold medal. Yes. Kasi ako, kapag nananalo ako, happy ako doon. But then, iba yung fulfillment ko. Kasi kapag yung students ko nananalo, kapag ako yung coach na nasa side, grabe, iba yung emotions ko. Kasi iba talaga, iba yung work na ginawa ko for my students eh. As in, sobrang kaya hanggang ngayon, nagko-compete pa din ako at 39. Kasi, ako yung coach na magsasabi na, okay, you have to work hard. Ngayon, ako, pinapakita ko talaga sa kanila na no excuses kahit sobrang tanda ko na ganito yung kailangan gawin para maging world champion. So, being with me na si Ika, kasama ko siya during the World Championship, malaking fulfillment na yun sa akin. And sobrang siguro mas maging happy ako pag nakita ko, oh my God, yung student ko nag-gold sa World Championship. Alam mo yun? So, wala. Kaso kasi, yung first match niya, natalo siya. And then, if ever ibibigay ko sa kanya yung win, baka yung UAE pa yung mag-gold. So, ayun, sabi namin, yung ginawa namin, binilisan na lang namin yung laban. Kasi right after our match, lalaban na ako sa finals with Mariam. So, ayun, binilisan na lang namin para, alam mo yun, wala nang risk for injury and then makakapag-prepare, makakapahinga ako kasi bibigyan lang ako ng 5 minutes to relax and then after that, lalaban na ako ulit for finals. So, ayun yung ginawa namin.
Very strategic din yung team when it comes to matches, right?
Yes. Oo. Hindi siya na parang, okay, panalunin ko siya, ganito. Pero mas inisip namin na kung saan, paano mag-gold yung Philippines. Like, kasi, okay, ibibigay ko sa kanya yung panalo. O, pareho kaming bronze nun. Kasi, yeah. Parang, okay, eto na lang. Siya din mismo yung nagsabi, Coach, ano na lang, i-anuhin na lang natin. Kasi binigyan ko din siya ng choice kung gusto mong ilaban natin, gano'n. Pero kapag may isang talo ako, may isang talo din siya. Tapos isang talo kaming lahat. Parang mas i-favor nila yun sa UAE usually.
I see. Kasi nga, hometown, right?
Right. But I feel like
medyo
sobrang
mahirap.
gandang coach ni Coach Kimberly because talagang full support siya sa kanyang mga students.
Yes, grabe. Iba. Kasi sinamahan nila akong gumising ng maaga and prepare me for kung ano man yung competition ko. So, alam mo yun, kapag sila yung nagko-compete, iba din yung work na ginagawa ko for them. Sobrang Alam mo yun.
That is, kasama yan sa kultura actually ng jiu-jitsu, no? That a lot of the standout athletes, they're all coaches also
Yes,
for the next
yes.
generation. So, iba rin yung nakikita namin na passion when it comes to them being on the sidelines. Parang mas grabe pa nga yung
Yeah.
emotion and passion when you guys are on the
Yeah.
sideline.
Kapag ako nga, hindi ako masyadong umiiyak pag ako manalo. Pero yung student ko, pag siya yung manalo, lalo na kung ginaid ko siya since like nung lalampalam pa siya.
Yeah.
ngayon, ang galing na mag-compete. Nakita mo yung development niya sa sarili niya, sa game. Iba yung fulfillment. So,
Now, you were talking about the final, kalaban mo, yung hometown hero nila,
Yeah.
right? What is it like for you, hostile territory, so to speak, na kalaban mo yung ganong competitor? Was it a factor at all in how you competed? And,
actually, gusto ko yung ganong environment. Yung parang, alam mo yun, lahat nag-cheer for my opponent,
Right.
ganon. Prepared ako doon, okay lang. Beauty queen ako dati.
yeah.
Hindi, parang, pero kapag mag-step na kasi ako sa mat, wala na akong ibang naririnig, wala na akong ibang nakikita, kundi yung opponent ko na lang. Ganun ako ka-focus. As in, ganun ko tinrain yung sarili ko na parang wala na. Kahit yung referee, hindi ko siya makita kasi sa totoo lang, ilang beses na ako natalo because of ref's decision and that I can't control. Yung crowd, hindi ko makontrol. What I can control is my breathing, my decisions, like kung paano ko i-execute yung game plan ng, alam mo yun, ng mabilis at saka ng efficient. So yun yung makontrol ko. So mas nag-focus lang ako sa mundo ko, yung parang kung paano ko ma-execute yung game plan, and I did.
Right. That's very hard to do, na i-mute mo yung crowd, most especially if they favor yung opponent mo.
Yeah, pero wala, parang hindi ko siya na-feel. Parang, ewan ko, I think baka superpower ko yun na sobrang kaya kong i-mute lahat kapag nagfo-focus na ako, lalo pag jiu-jitsu na.
Right.
Kahit gaano ka ingay, gaano ka gulo, gaano ka like, may binabaha and whatever. Parang pag nandiyan na ako sa mat, alam ko, ayan na, ito yung gusto kong ginagawa. Masaya ako dito. Nagsosolve ako ng puzzle in front of me. Ito lang din talaga yung mga gusto kong ginagawa. Kaya parang yung mga pressure outside, like, wala na yun sa akin.
Problem solver there. Now, you've been on top of the minus 45 kilogram for 4 consecutive years already, no? Pero how do you remain hungry in terms of winning, na you keep your winning streak alive?
Yeah. Ayun nga, iniisip ko lang lagi na, alam mo yun, there are people out there, they're trying to beat me. Especially yun, yung sa 45. Kasi ilang years na parang mahirap akong talunin, ganon. So alam ko, nagsistrategize sila against me. So ayun, yun, iniisip ko, hindi ako pwedeng makampante. So I have to work harder and smarter every day. So, kasi kapag like magre-relax ako, natutulog-tulog ako dyan, relax ako dyan, nakikita ko yung mga opponents ko, nasa Brazil, nasa US, nagtatrain with the world champions, yung magagaling na coaches. So ayun, yun lang iniisip ko. Tinitingnan ko lang yung mga opponents ko. Tapos mas bata sila. Like, alam mo yun, I have to train smarter kasi dati, yung injury ko, 2 or 3 days lang, okay na. But then, ngayon, tapilok lang, 2 months na, masakit pa rin. So, alam mo yun, yung mga ganung bagay, I have to train smarter, I have to train, hindi lang harder, but then I have to train smarter too. So, yun yung mga nagpapahungry sa akin, bata yung mga opponents ko. And then they have all the resources. Mayaman yung country nila, binibigyan sila ng, alam mo yun, binibigyan sila ng lahat ng support. So ako, I have to train harder. I have to train smarter. Kung gusto ko pang ma-retain yung title ko.
Kim, I wish we had more time na
Yeah.
mag-usap pa tayo dito. What an inspiration. Magja-jogging ako sa Baguio.
Ako magpapapayat na ako.
Kasi nakausap ka namin ngayong umaga. But, not just you and the team did well, the seniors, but the youth did so well also. So congratulations on that. Sa lahat ng hard work ninyo to make sure that the next generation of Jiu-Jitsu athletes have that inspiration, a guiding light, but also great guidance from you guys. So congratulations sa buong contingent ng Pilipinas in
Thank you.
Jiu-Jitsu.
Thank you. And we're just getting started.
Exactly, because you still have major competitions after this JJIF World
That's right.
Championship.
Asian Games around the corner.
Asian
Talagang
Games,
nakatuto
excited.
kaming lahat sa inyo and we wish you guys the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.